I don't know what the hell.
That was the one. That was the one. That was the ending
How long
we
can you
wanted.
continue playing the last phrase? Forever, apparently. Hey everyone, Kris here.
And my name is Guillaume. Welcome to Thomann's Guitars and Basses. Today, on this live stream, welcome. Hi. Yeah, hope you guys are doing good. We have some people already. I see familiar names in the shape and emojis of Frankie Boy. Hi. Steve. Hi. Black Milk. Hi.
I've seen Joseph.
Joseph. Oh, Joseph. Hughes.
Joseph.
Hi.
Joseph.
I'm just going to say hi individually to everyone. Mike is here.
And then we say goodbye.
Hi, Mike.
And you have to start saying goodbye as well.
Caray. Hi.
That's
Ben.
awesome. By the way, I'm not, I don't know, writing WhatsApp to people. I am checking your comments as well.
Yes, he's being kind. Thank you so much for joining us. As per usual, I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun. Hope you guys are having some sunshine. Did you get to see the Northern Lights? Is my question to you.
I tried,
Steve,
and I failed.
Steve, I think I didn't even show you my picture of it.
What?
Yeah. And we had no idea it was happening.
I've seen something from Bamberg as well.
Yeah, we were walking back from the bar.
What?
And we were like,
Hold it in the camera. Hold it in the camera.
It's like, is that pink? And like, yeah, it's pink. Holy, whoa.
Holy
macaroni. So yeah. Let us know.
I really wanted to see it and looked at all my windows. Then I went out. It was like midnight-ish or something.
Yeah.
It's like, it better happen. It's like nothing. It's just dark.
You had to.
I've seen the stars, so it was not like cloudy. It was just nothing.
Walking back from the bar really worked again. Once again.
I was too early. I think midnight was like way too early.
But anyways, yeah. Do you guys get to see that? That's really cool. And in my Google image search, yeah, I feel like everyone with an Instagram account saw them at some
or reposted someone else. Stole someone else's fancy pic. No, I didn't. I missed it, and I'm not too happy about it, but I'm really happy about the double shell pink action here.
Yeah, that's true.
I've seen a couple of comments. You guys appreciating it. What was it? Team Shell Pink, Frankie Boy, double pink is my kind of jam, Black Milk.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. The verb on that strat. Let's talk about that verb as well.
We shall. Apparently we have some crackling and weird noise issue in the audio / clipping. Teemu, if you want to address that situation, let us know.
Also, K. Michael P. Howdy, Bill and Kris. You just interrupted me watching Simply Irresistible. Now I have to watch two guys. I feel sorry for you.
Yeah, so I don't have the reference. I'm sorry, but I'm guessing this is worse, regardless of what you were doing before.
Definitely resistible. Whatever is on your screen right now.
Better now. Sound fixed. All right, sick. Thank you so much, Audio Wizard.
Yes.
That shall remain nameless after I named you. Yeah, cool. All right. Yeah, thank you guys for letting us know. If you have any audio glitches / video glitches, please do. Let us know.
Yes, that does help a lot.
But yeah, we can talk about what we've been doing.
Also, one of the comments in our Q&A is about this guitar. So
true. Yeah.
We'll
talk about that guitar anyways. That's true. But yeah, the verb on the Strat was partly the spring reverb that's in the beautiful Victory V40 Deluxe. Sorry. So quite long, dark spring reverb.
On top of that,
I had a tape echo in the shape and form of the UAFX Orion that does. It did not the first one, but the ones after. That was it. And then I have the Heavenly UAFX as well.
Fitting name.
No sponsored. Heavenly, fairly high. For a lot.
For a plate reverb.
A lot. Too much verb
awesome.
is never enough. Indeed, good sir.
Yeah.
Indeed.
If you want to hear some serious reverbery happening, then just watch any of his videos.
All of them. Yes, indeed. I do like a little bit of
Oh,
tasty reverb.
Touch.
Just a
hint.
touch.
Yeah.
But that was for that reverb question. Indeed, we are doing a Q&A today. That stands for questions and answers.
No way.
You provide the questions. We attempt to provide the answers.
Monkey Wrench C5 already provided a cue.
Oh,
so,
we have
we
one
have
cue.
to A it.
Okay, because we have several cues from past videos and times in memoriam loaded up in case you guys are feeling a little quiet today or you'd rather talk about the weather. So we have some of the questions lined up for later. If we get to them, you said we had a cue.
Yeah, I've seen one before people started saying that the sound is stuttering and everything. There was I want to ask about your ABM bridge for Les Paul. Monkey Wrench, let me know what you want to ask about it. Other than, is it cool? Because then the answer is yes.
Oh, so that was a cue about a potential future cue. Inception cues.
It was
All
a pre-cue. It was a cue in a cue.
What is your favorite flavor of crayon? And what wine would you pair with it? Oh, that's a really good one.
Crayon, is that not the thing you use on the chalkboard? The chalk?
No, not chalk. Crayons, the one you use on paper to color.
Ah, okay.
Paper. I would have to say my pairing would most likely be with a red anyways, because that's my personal preference when it comes to crayons, at least. I would say anything that's, fair, let's say, it's got to be a Bordeaux anyways. I'm French, can't really help it.
Yeah.
Color-wise, could pair fairly nicely with a green, like the acidity would balance well. But it depends on the season as well. Right now it's quite sunny outside, so I feel like a rosé would probably fit well with a bright yellow. That tangerine sort of aftertaste in the crayon could work nicely. Harley Benton with Evertune. When?
Oh, that's a very good question. I just read it. We do not have an answer for that, but I can most definitely forward that request.
We'll send that to Mr. Benson.
I am pretty sure that Herr Benton
for sure
is like not immediately saying no to that. I guess that's a bit of a mixture of if it's a complex thing at all. I don't know if it is, but if it is, it's a matter of what that would do to the cost of a guitar.
Always.
Amount, how many can they deliver for those, like the amount of guitars that Harley Benton produce, it's quite massive. So it also depends on, shipping quantities and possibilities in terms of, how much they can deliver, etc. But I think that's a very, a reasonable question.
Reasonable question.
And I do not see why it should not happen.
Yeah. Absolutely. What did you eat today? We ate the same thing. Cannelloni al forno, veggie with ice cream.
Yes. Mucho ice cream.
Yes. That's what we're running off. Coffee. A lot of it.
Oh, yeah.
I can only compliment your English when you can take a joke and fluently. There's a heart on that comment.
Fluently run with it.
Oh yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's really mostly what my English is for at this point. This is the most use I make of it.
It's kind of weird because it's not our
native
native language, obviously, right? But we both use the language so much. Like every work day, it's literally 80% English and 20% German. For me, for him, 99% English, 1% German, I guess, right?
Yeah. Germans in meetings.
When it's necessary. But usually in the team, we speak English because of being so many foreigners. Like, it's a real mixture of people all around the world, mostly Europe, but, and also we all watch everything in like original language, like no subs and no, what is it when you overdub? No overdub.
Take note, Germany and France and Spain and Poland.
And Hungary and so many other countries, by the way.
Poland, what are you doing with that single voice? Come on.
Is it the same though? Or was it more like a 90s thing? They had like one actor, person,
voice actor,
reading like a robot the whole thing in the language, and they still kept like the original language under it. Crazy stuff. No, but like the overdubbing is like a big thing in many countries, and I always hated it because I felt like 50% of the actors acting is like, you know, gone. Yeah. It can be a good overdub, but yeah, usually it's like okay at best. So yeah, if you always watch everything in that language and watch, I don't know, Johnny Carr and like, you know, crazy, tricky stuff that... Jimmy Carr, sorry. I always say Johnny. It's his brother. He's also funny. You get to used to like the details and understand more than what you can actually say. Especially, I'm talking about myself. He's good.
But everything you said is true. 100%. He's always right. Sorry, Vincent. You asked about the UAD Dream as in only for its effects when having an amp and an amp sim when not.
Oh, is that possible?
Only for its effects when having amps and amp sim when not. Just hesitating between the Dream and the Strymon Flint. Okay, well, the first part of your question really covers it. If you're using it with an amp and just for the effect, the Dream has more tremolo options than the Flint has more tremolo options than the Dream. Yeah. It has different reverbs. The Dream has an insane spring and an insane optical trem.
Like everything according to those Fender amps.
Exactly. If you have an amp that you love and you know that you're going to be using that, just get the Flint or get any dual, trem reverb setups that you like. If you don't have an amp, or if playing without an amp is something that's going to happen to you on a regular basis, get the Dream. With the Dream, I'm not sure if you can actually turn off the whole amp section. Can you just bypass the amp side and just use the reverb? Yeah, on the internal... Is it not like you can disengage the cab simulation, but the preamp voicing is always on? On the pedal, yeah. On the pedal, you can only deactivate the cab sim and the preamp is going to be on, but within the app, you can select to just have the reverb and the trem assigned to the foot switches, and then everything is basically useless on board. Which is like really nice, and obviously that's gonna allow you to play without an amp in the situations when you need to do so. Okay. It's a great pedal, can only recommend it. That being said, if you're gonna use it with an amp at all times, you'll have more direct control over something more traditional like the Flint, for example. Yeah, and more options for sure. More kinds of reverbs, even though, as you said, the spring reverb in the Dream and in all UA stuff phenomenal. Is get the beyond imaginably good. It's no, absolutely. It is like literally the real thing. It's crazy. We have Walid in the chat as well. Hi. Oh God, too many questions. We need to be faster, dude. Yeah, I scroll back and it's like question. Then go fast. I started scrolling and now I'm lost. Wait. What does the release knob on the compressor do? It releases the compression. It means that it stops the compressing of the signal. I'll be your visualization. So here's the signal. And then the thing that the other knob on the compressor, not the ratio, the when it triggers, what's that called usually? The threshold. Threshold. Yeah. No. The threshold is what you need to set up to you're right. Yeah. The sensibility. Yeah, exactly. And that's gonna tell the compressor when to engage and do. Yeah. And then the release is gonna tell the compressor after that peak how slow or fast to release. So it is, if you set it really fast, it can end up being like pulsing. Yeah. If the ratio and the release and everything is set for quick, then it's gonna be you have your initial hit, but the hit is not loud at all. It's almost like squash. That's the squashy kind of sound. And if you have the release quick as well, then it's even more obvious. If you have the release slow, then it's just gonna fade back into non-compressed, which is much more natural, much more subtle, actually. Yeah. So yeah, if you want an aggressive compression, you need to set the threshold to a really sensitive one that it squashes everything, and then set everything to fast, and then you have your Frusciante kind of
what is it, Under the Bridge, that kind of like the obvious crazy compression where it's like, whoa, that's compressed.
Yeah. Can you play a song together? Not today, but if you wait a little bit and Kris releases his album, I'll be on there.
Still
So go and buy and stream his album. Preferably buy it because it's worth it.
Maybe,
even the songs that I'm not on are pretty good.
Even those.
The one that I'm on is better, but.
Yeah, I obviously had to ask him for a solo spot, a guest solo spot, and
Solo spots.
my gosh, it's so good.
Did I do it? Better believe it. No, but seriously, check it out on his own YouTube channel. You'll be kept up to date.
I didn't post anything regarding the album because I'm doing too many things. Also working on the album as much as I can. So there's only one more song to finish up, and then it can be mixed and released. Cannot wait.
Yeah. Kris owns a Harley Benton. Kris owns Harley Benton. Oh, in general, is Kris Harley Benton? Oh yeah, that was Steve's question.
They figured it out.
Can I address that rumor? I have never seen the two of them in a room at the same time.
Not helping, dude. You're not helping.
They did look somewhat similar, but Mr. Benton has a very thick mustache and he smokes cigars. And I know Kris doesn't
have a mustache.
Could be. I don't know.
Oh man, yeah, you're not helping.
I guess we'll never know.
I do have a couple of Harley Benton products, but one Harley Benton guitar, the Silver Sparkle Fusion 2, and I have a 2x12 Harley Benton cab, the exact same one that he plays, the 2x12 vintage 30 loaded 2x12, which is killer. But yeah, no, I do not own anything like that. I'm trying to catch up.
Recommended attenuation device.
That's exactly what I wanted to
I think we
read out. Yeah.
We both use the aux, but we've also both used the Captor X.
Yeah.
So
it depends. If you literally only want to attenuate and don't care for digital cabinet emulations, then none of those, I guess. Unless you don't want to spend a lot of money and want to have two very well sounding and good sounding steps of attenuation, because then the Captor X is killer. It's like 500 something ish. At least I hope it's still around 500 something. It has two really aggressive attenuation levels. Like it makes a really loud amp totally manageable or quiet, like super quiet. Those are the two options though. There's no in between. So you don't have a lot of volume jumps that you can adjust. You have what you have, but both of those settings, the attenuation settings, sound so enjoyable. Like it maintains that liveliness, the presence. I enjoy that out of all the not very expensive attenuations, or attenuation units, it sounds amazing. But it's just two steps of attenuation. If you want like the best sounding one, then I guess the Fretboard Power Station
is probably the best.
Incredible. It's like its own league. It's crazy, but it's also like a tube power amp built in. Yeah. And it has an effects loop. So if you have an amp that doesn't have an effects loop or distorts your effects in the effects loop, you can use the effects loop of the Fretboard Power Station and it will not distort anymore. And it sounds amazing, whispering quiet, and it's a 50 watts tube power amp. So it can actually make a quiet amp louder too. It's so much. It's everything you can imagine in terms of attenuation. That's expensive, but it's to me, it's worth every penny because it's.
You talk a lot.
Because I'm really excited about this.
I'm joking. He's full of very insightful answers and is here to provide them today. I got my PRSC 24 refretted with a maple fretboard and the finishes of the fretboard. Can I treat the open maple like a rosewood fretboard while changing strings? No, I would still. I mean. You can, but most products are still not adapted to that unless you take something where it's specifically mentioned that you can use maple fretboard. And then again, it's usually understated that those maple fretboards are finished. Yeah. I'd be really careful with that. I just check YouTube for specific videos of people using specific products on raw maple, because most of the ones I know, even the most neutral ones, they don't state that it's for open pore. Yeah,
the thing is that most of these oils can color your super bright, like almost white maple board. So if it's already somewhat aged, or you don't mind it looking a little darker, like we're talking about a little darker. It's not gonna turn into a rosewood board, but a tiny bit more yellow, more lived in than for example the Sandberg oil. It's a fully natural, super.
That's true, and Sandberg fretboards are pretty white. Like
white. They do have all kinds of fretboards as well. That's an oil that I've been using in the workshop forever, and it never caused any issues with rosewood, maple boards. And there's one that's completely white. Like it's probably not a natural oil. Maybe we have it here. I might look in the Guitar Tech Tips corner just a sec.
Just gonna go check.
Because that is definitely safe.
Knife Solution, are you late to the party? No, you're right on time. Hi, hope you're well. I want a Harley Benton guitar with P90s ideas. I tried the TE90, which is also, I think, semi-hollow, and that was great. That was like, I think as far as Harley Benton, all the junior inspired single P90 Harley Benton. Those two guitars I've tried and I can vouch for. They're really, really good. I'm sure there's more of them, but I haven't tried all of them.
We only have the Sandberg oil here because that's what I use for all of our guitars. This is how it looks like. And it's a natural oil. You can see that it looks like liquid honey. Like super sweet. And I love this. It's not like lemon oil. It's not acidic at all. So this is definitely safe to use on maple. It's just a matter of taste. If you would want that maple to look completely white for as long as possible, because this might color it just a tiny bit.
Sorry, Audio Wizard, the crackling seems to be back. If you can, I don't know, do your magic again, that would be phenomenal. Sorry guys for the audio disturbance in the force. There was
on the video side, unfortunately.
Oh, it's on the video side.
Ooh.
Is that where we do our audio now?
It goes through the same thing. Otherwise, a lot of people on the internet would only have video.
My goodness. Sorry guys, sorry for the disturbance in the force. Something cosmic might be happening.
Yeah, well, sun, storms. Just a sec, I'm looking for that oil for you.
Okay, I'm going to keep answering other questions
please.
In the meantime, because
I try to be fast.
That's been working out. Oh, Steve, Steve, you're the best. Thank you so much for reminding people to hit the like button. That's very kind of you.
Oh, thank you.
And did you post something else earlier? I saw something of yours. Is that currently a Thomann cell?
What?
Steve very innocently commented, is there like a Thomann sale right now we should know about, like a 70th anniversary or something? No. Well, very organically brought up, I'm gonna have to address that question, Steve. Yes, there is a sale going on right now for Thomann's 70th anniversary. You really don't want to miss out on it. There's a home banner on the front page of the website that takes you to both the flash sales deals that are currently off for the first 10 days of each month. We have a flash sale, and for the rest of the year 2024, this current year that we are in, we have other deals, limited editions on a lot of cool products. So go check it out. The link is on Google. Just come on, you can Google.
Thomann.de. It's right on the top. The 70th anniversary. Also, while I was talking about that, I found the oil, but one of the comments is related to that.
I just saw that Satan loves the channel.
What?
How did you score that YouTube handle, dude? Satan? Just no underscore, no nothing. You got capital S Satan. You got that handle from... How can that's impressive. How long have you been on the platform? That's insane. I reckon that,
like 2007.
Like, oh yeah. You're an early bird, because like thank you for the support, Satan. I appreciate it.
That feels weird.
Oh, this is so
That feels very weird. Still, yeah. There's the orange comment. If you can open that.
Which one?
On the left side in the folder I've sent you.
Oh, the ones you sent me.
Yeah, there's an orange one.
Oh, to tie up organically with the question.
Yes.
Oh, what about the orange TH100?
Yeah, maybe you have it on screen right now. Now, not anymore, because you clicked somewhere.
Yeah, but it's also very tiny.
Yeah, it's very tiny.
Just like...
But it's proof that it's an actual comment, at least. What's up with the orange TH100H, which is the head? The H stands for the head. It's one of the amps that is like a 70th anniversary deal special. It's an amp that I think existed. I'm pretty sure it existed earlier, but then it was discontinued. And for this anniversary, Thomann and Orange sort of teamed up to make that a thing again. And we had it in a live stream for sure.
Yeah, the first live stream, I think.
Yeah. And it's the thing is that this comment is like 3 weeks old.
Yeah.
And I guess it just disappeared because it was sold out. And I checked today when I selected this comment, and I've seen it's back in stock. So those deals are, you know, the long-term deals are up until like September, October-ish, something like that. So you kind of have time, but they can sell out. And if the manufacturer cannot send more, then that's it. So in case you are super triggered by something, you see it available, you know, you have to figure out if you can live with it disappearing, right? Because if you can, you know, take your time. Don't rush. Don't do, you know, what is it? The
best man can get.
But if you feel like, oh my God, if I miss that, I will cry for a week, then maybe be fast, because it's not, you know, it's not like, oh, you have 10 more minutes and then it's gone, because it could be gone. Maybe it's gonna be live for, you know, months.
Indeed.
Be aware of that.
Indeed.
I found the oil, sorry.
Yeah, he did as well, like 10 minutes ago. Sorry, I forgot to tell you.
Okay. Cool that
Frankie Boy's like, I found the oil on the website.
Which is, what is that?
€9. He said the price.
No, that's not the one.
That's not the one.
Big Ben's Fretboard Juice, 1 ounce. It's $5.50 in Germany. Prices are different according to your country's VAT. But it's completely white. I can hold this in that camera.
Yeah.
Can you see anything?
Yeah, sure. Fretboard Juice by Big Ben's.
Yeah, unless there's a mad reflection on it.
I mean,
Confirmation? Black box? Speaker?
You can see it.
Cool! Thanks. Yeah, so this is the one. This is white, like see-through, transparent, completely. This does not color maple. So this is the one that if you're super picky with your maple, unfinished maple, yeah, that's awesome.
Benny, hi, thanks. We do look good in pink. I'm happy you noticed. Satan is calling me Gillette, which Steve answered with the best a man can get, which I feel like is...
This is getting weirder.
If I had to have a catchphrase and my catchphrase was the best a man can get, it's pretty good. I feel like it's pretty good. I'm okay
like
with
a compliment,
that.
In a way.
I'm okay with that. Thank you both. Thank you, Satan. Thank you, Steve. I still love this. I still love that this is happening right now. We had a few more questions that I do want to address. The first one was from Sporty Otterpop, who just has a brand new Harley Benton wah pedal and asking if it's certainly going to be in huge need of 9-volt batteries. I have the old, I think, because it was the old logo on the Harley Benton wah pedal, which only the logo has been changed, as far as I'm aware. On the new model, there were no like big modifications, and I have changed the battery 0 times. I've had that pedal for like 3 years.
Okay, yeah, but you unplug it whenever you don't play it,
yeah,
I guess.
Yeah, I unplug it. I only use it like on occasions. I'm not constantly on the wah. So unless you're in a like Metallica tribute band, which in which case you might need more 9 volts.
3 9 volts
you
per
should
show.
be fine. You should be fine if you keep the. Remember to unplug at least the input side of. I think it's on the input.
Usually it is, yeah.
Unplug the cable from the wah, and you should be just fine.
Does it not have like a power socket?
I can't remember.
That sounds like a
No.
a vintage reissue kind of wah, because usually all of them have the option of just plugging in a 9 volts.
I do think like and also like even if it does, but you're running it off board, like just taking it from the bag and put it next to your pedal board, and so you want to use 9 volts, you should be fine in that situation.
Yeah,
as
totally.
well.
Like most pedals need like, especially analog pedals, need like 4 milliamps. Or
Yeah,
5.
it's really low. Like you're just powering a potentiometer.
Yeah, a passive.
Like,
it's
that's like just
very close to being a passive circuit
it's
at this
it's a
point.
pot.
It's like it doesn't need a lot of power.
Yeah. So Yeah, you're very welcome. Monkey Wrench, love the Vans. Are you wearing Vans? Am I?
I think we're
Are
both.
those Vans?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
it's
are.
a Vans kind of day, dude.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I got out the boots. It's like 20 degrees outside, so the leather ankle boots were getting a little swampy. I'll pass you the details, but it's not boot season no more.
And I'm wearing these every single day in winter.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
Yeah, but super comfy. I mean,
get out for the snow. Black Milk was talking earlier about something that ties in with what you were talking about with the oil and the VAT price might differ depending on the page. You were talking about the original price of the items that were temporarily discounted and not visible on the website. That's the reason. I know our devs are really working on it, and it's
you mean for the anniversary deals?
Yeah, it's a topic on all development meetings right now because it's super tricky to do that price change, adjust it correctly with either shipping when shipping's included for the countries in which it is included, or VAT in each and every different country, same for export. Those are usually calculated directly on the website. And so calculated a percentage discount that's independent from that is an absolute brain. What's the polite way of saying that? Brain difficulty. It's a brain difficulty, as we say in the business. So I know they're working on it. Right now it's not possible indeed, but hopefully down the line we'll be.
I mean, there's a, in case it says like, special price, like it's the price is the reason for it to be in the deal.
Yeah.
Then you just check around and see.
Yeah, you can
Google
compare
the
to other
thing
places
and you
as
see
well.
what
usually pretty good
what the normal
indication.
price is elsewhere. But usually,
Yeah, but that's why. Yeah, if you're something that looks interesting, but you weren't looking at before, you wouldn't be able to compare with the previous price point. No, absolutely. But understand. For the 15th time in the 15th different live stream, ST182 Plus, when soon, it's still technically Q2 for another, which is when they were announced to come out during Q2 at some point. Kris might know since he might be Harley Benton himself. But
you
I
bastard. Oh jeez. If only. Well, actually, no.
Just wait for Paul Cook is saying. Just wait for Henning video where he googled all the other prices for you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's one way of comparing for sure.
A 5 hours long video comparing all the Thomann deal prices with normal prices.
Satan wants to see more Harley Benton videos. I'm sorry, dude, all do that, but it's just like your handle is absolutely killing me. What
was the actual question?
The actual question was that Satan wants to see more Harley Benton videos and pedalboard related videos. Same for the guitar building kits. That was super interesting. We love to do them. We really do. The thing is, like on this channel, we represent Thomann as a shop, and we try to represent every brand equally. Harley Benton is its own thing. They have their own YouTube channel on which you can see Bene doing absolutely wonderful things.
And all the others.
And all the others, of course. Sorry, guys.
Gals,
we love
guys.
you. We love you all equally as much. But I like Bennett. Joking. He does wonderful things with everything Harley Benton on the Harley Benton YouTube channel. So go check it out. It's definitely worth a watch. And we're always like,
you know what?
The cabs are there.
This is for you,
Satan. The guitars are here. This is a Harvey Benson guitar as well. Like
Bensonary.
But yeah, for the kits and all, like definitely we want to like keep working on that because they've literally been in the studio since we did the second episode of that live stream.
The DIY
kit.
Yeah. I just had a little bit of a brainstorming with some guys here in the team regarding the DIY guitars. How are we gonna be doing that? Because we cannot live stream the finishing process because of practical reasons, it would be like a 6-hour-long live stream. You need multiple layers. You need to wait until it dries. You need to sand back stuff. It's messy and it's very long. So we wanna film the finishing, and then maybe do a live stream on like a reveal of how the finishes look, and then maybe polishing it in the live stream, something that is doable under like an hour-ish, something like that, and then of course building the guitars together. That would be absolutely fun. But this guy needs to do a blackburst paisley.
Oh God, I did say that.
Yes.
Jesus.
No, it's too late. I already started looking for paisley wallpapers.
Decals.
Yeah, but I didn't find the right ones, so I'll send you a link when I have it.
Yeah, a live stream literally watching paint dry. That would be it. Like either that or a full hour of wet sanding. Is that really what you want?
You'll see a lot of sweat.
Yeah,
a lot of talking,
a lot
and
of
some
wet sanding.
cursing.
Like,
That's to be expected. Yeah, expected. By the way, there was a comment on this guitar. Can we open that?
Yeah, for sure.
I'll send it over.
No worries, Sean. Take your kid to the bus and come back to us. We'll still be there when you come back. Probably, maybe, unless you take a really long time. In which case, no. But. Sorry, I don't know where that guitar is.
It says on the name.
Oh yeah. Oh, whoa! You named the file. All my files are named screenshots.
Yeah, I know.
Missed golden opportunity to showcase the fantastic Harley Benton T52, which is a comment that we planted in this live stream on purpose.
This is not the 52. I just realized this is the 62.
62.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's got it's tricky.
But it's the one that's here.
Head,
so
yeah. Showcase.
This was I don't know which video, but we used something else, and yeah. So this is our lovely studio guitar, which I had some experience with in a certain live stream. Maybe you remember, where I tried to guess tallies and T-style guitars.
Oh yeah, and this one almost beat yours.
Not almost.
Oh yeah, it did beat you. For a second.
I second guessed my gut feel, and I decided that this is my guitar and mine was the Harley Benton, and then I removed the blindfold, and it wasn't nice. But it kind of proved the point that even though guitars can sound different and can have very different prices, it can be equally enjoyable. So with that in mind, this is the TE62 going into my massive pedal board, where I don't have anything on except for the Tone City King of Blues dual-sided overdrive, just one side on, and going into the Rev D25 combo, and then going into the 2x12 Harley Benton Plus cab, the one with the Creamback 65.
It had to finish there.
Yes, and then jazz. That's all I've got. No, it's a really, really nice guitar. The neck is too thin for my taste.
Yeah.
If I owned Harley Benton, this would be a thicker neck. Just saying.
That's the proof we all needed. It's a good neck for me. I like it.
Yeah, it's a good neck for everyone else. I have a weird taste.
Steve waiting for Harley Benton with a 9.5 radius. We don't have any Harley Benton with a 9.5?
No. This is 12.
It's all 12?
Sure. Yeah. 12 or even flatter.
Well, I mean, you're one sanding block away from having one. Hey?
Ask him about.
I just did it. That was the easiest part of refretting my guitar, just sanding, because it's mindless. You can.
Yeah, well, you need the block. You need that radius block with the right radius, and then just go ahead.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, well, be careful with it. Don't do it yourself unless you have experience or you are ready to have weird experiences. Don't be like him unless you want to be like him.
Overconfidence pays out sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Guitar. Anyways, you compared the IRX and the IRD. on your own channel. Which one would you get for a plexi-ish sound? I'm scared because the IRD has not enough gain, but because it says JTM 45 on the tin, like based on the JTM 45. But in your personal experience, for a plexi sound?
Well, good thing you're asking, because I'm about to start editing a video that might address this issue on this channel. So make sure to subscribe and all that in case you didn't yet, because that's coming out. And it's gonna be a pretty cool preamp with cap simulation kind of sort of shootout or comparison.
True, you did that last week. Oh, I forgot.
Yeah. I'm about to edit it.
You make so many videos.
So yeah, just in a nutshell, plexi sounds, it depends on what kind of plexi. If it's the EVH kind of plexi, like that much gain, which is not a lot of gain, by the way, it was the volume that made the sustain that long with his playing. It was not that super high gain, unless we're talking about later at the tones where he didn't use the plexi anymore. The same way as he did, you know, boosting the amp, in this case the IRD, with anything like a EP booster or a tube screamer or clone style, whatever. You can have all the gain and too much if you want to with the IRD as well. So tone wise, I'd say it's the IRD that gets closer to that kind of chewy, sweet sort of cranked plexi sounds. It's just much more articulated than like the actual amps cranked. The IRX first channel can go there. You can crank the gain and back the volume down, and then you have that kind of juicy, crunchy sound. But with the IRD, you have like that's its main thing. If you want also high gain, like super duper high gain, I guess then the IRX is maybe more reasonable, because then you can just use the first channel for that crank plexi and the second for all the gain. But if you want to experiment with all kinds of plexi style sounds, the IRD is just, you know, it has everything you'd ever imagine, and as told, put a boost in front, then you have all the gain as well.
Haven't played the IRD, so I can't help you, but I would trust Kris with my life.
Crazy.
So
it's great. It's scary good.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for that video, by the way. Done.
Okay,
Full stop.
Cool. Learn one, do one, teach one. Cool handle as well. Not Satan. Kind of, you know, different direction, but I like it. Asking, given how simple it is, why don't more tellies come with a 4-way switch? And do you guys use 4-way switches on your tellies?
Nope.
No, we don't. And I think the reason why more guitars don't come with it is because guitar players are very mystical creatures, which if you try and serve a player novelty when looking for mostly expensive instruments, they're two very divided crowd, and the crowd that's going to go for novelty is not going to buy a telly-shaped instrument. They're going to want something that's vintage spec, or that's this or that. It's just, I think it's safer to offer something with a stamp that this is what tellies have always sounded like. This is, you know, outside of the original, like first 2 years with the jazz circuit and all that, which gone out of fashion pretty quickly.
Really
but
fast,
like the 3-way switch,
less.
as we know it, like, you know, neck, middle, bridge.
Yeah, the thing is that most people who choose tellies want exactly that. Simple as hell. Like, don't give me anything I don't need. Just give me the 3 positions and leave me be. Because I can speak for of experience. When I set up my rig to use it with a telly, I will have enough mid-range, I will have enough low end dialed in that I don't miss a humbucker sound at all. Zero. And if I want even less edge to the note, then I do this on the tone, which is going down from 10 to 8.5, and that's it.
Wait, there's another pot on your guitar?
Magic. And that's it. Like if I had the 4th position, the 2 pickups in series, kind of wide range humbucker sound, that would just sound absolutely sort of fluffy and like fluffy and like, why would I want that? It's too warm, too slow. I want the attack, but I also want the voicing that is attached to that kind of typical, first, second, or third position on a tele. So I don't need it, and I think most of the tele players I know will say like, give me humbuckers, like that sized humbuckers. I don't want noise,
right?
Or noiseless pickups, and that's it. Or give me the actual pickups, and that's it.
Right.
But luckily, it's the simplest mod. You just get a 4-way switch, solder for 5 minutes. If you have less experience, you can check it up and it takes a little longer, or take it to someone and we'll do it for not a lot of money, and you have it. So it's not like, it's not irreversible, obviously.
Absolutely. So, but yeah, that's
simple is better for most tele players, is what I'm trying to say.
That's our take on it. Yeah, Paul Cook says tradition. I think that sums it up pretty well. IRD it is, says Frankie Boy, but he's not buying until he saw your video.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
very
okay.
smart.
You'd have to wait very long.
That's how I make my decisions as well. I wait for Kris to make videos on the things.
I don't know if that's wise.
One bass preamp pedal to run into a mixer. I've tried several.
There's so many good ones, man.
I really like the sound of, I made like a big budget bass pedal board video where I was running into the mixer with the Revolt bass.
It's the bass Revolt, yeah, that's awesome.
That was absolutely sick.
Also the Walrus Audio.
Walrus Audio, Bad Water, I think it's called.
Yeah.
Really nice.
With overdrive and everything built in.
And anything.
I know still quite a few bass players playing like the Sansamp, like one of those Tech 21 thingies.
Oh yeah.
It's not called Sansamp anymore, I guess, but like one of those thingies, the thin, long kind of thing, with the drive and the clean and the.
On the other end of the money spectrum, the Palmer GI bass something.
Never tried it.
I have used that in my little budget bass pedal board video. That's how I know about things. But that thing sounded really solid. A lot of routing options, DI out with the cab sim and all that. Like really nice and really cheap unit. I think that whole board was on the, I'm gonna say 500, I think. Under 500
pedals.
euro. Yeah. And that was just one out of the 5 pedals I was using. So it must be very affordable. So
good stuff.
I really like that. We filmed a video about that last week as well, so it's going to come out soon. Do the new Epiphones feel worth it to you? I like the specs, but do they feel like an Epiphone?
I edited that video already.
Yeah, that video is coming out this week, next week?
Next week, I think.
Yeah.
Or maybe in 2 weeks, but I think next week.
So you're going to get the condensed version of what we talked about for what felt like forever during that video.
It's literally, it sums up, like the video sums up our opinion on this, and it's just our take. So whatever that's worth, but it's gonna be in there.
I'll give you a quote of mine from that video that I remember saying loudly and proudly.
Your bold statement?
My very bold statement from that video. I'm teasing to 13 of you, so it doesn't matter. I said during that video, and I still stand by it, that I would rather buy one of those Epiphones than an entry-level Gibson.
Like the new higher-end Epiphones.
The new high-end Epiphones, I would rather buy that than an entry-level Gibson, like US Gibson Les Paul. That's all you need to know.
And with entry-level, he means those models that are actually discontinued now. The 800 euros, 1,000, 1,100 euro, like, what were those? Like the faded SG and Les Paul and whatever they were. The Studio was always more pricey. That was already like full spec'd just without the binding.
Yeah, but
there
even
was those matte or satin ones, and
but even compared to the Studio, like in my head, my head, that was the comparison I was making. Mostly the Studio, like the faded stuff and all. It's cool, and I've always liked mostly on SGs that the very stripped down version of the US Gibson with the faded series, but the Studio was kind of what I had in mind when I put that comparison. So I'm just putting it out there. Watch the video though. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's a video that you can watch if you want to.
Yes. Can you make a battle amp, like a battle of the amps, I'm guessing, with a Fender 65 Deluxe Reverb and a Blues Junior and Vox AC15? I feel like we've done that, the cranked amps.
Yeah.
But they were in different categories.
Yeah.
Because right now you're quoting like the Blues Junior, it wasn't that, we had a Champ in the 5-watt cranked video. AC15 we have cranked,
Yeah, that was in one of the videos.
Yeah, in one of them.
Or we skipped the 15. Maybe we did the AC30 for the big
And the
video
AC10.
and the AC10 for the 5-watt video
The
because that
5-watt
was
video.
like
Check out we did like a few videos on cranked amplifiers, and in those videos we don't just crank them, we also start them at a more reasonable volume.
and then play around
and
with
then
the volume.
play around with the volume a bit. You'll get an impression at least, but those were all different videos, so you have to watch all of them. Maybe subscribe as well.
And also one more crank video is coming up. I just finished editing it.
Oh yeah, true.
That was a big one.
God.
That's gonna be the
affordable
affordable combo.
Yeah. Oh, that was
But
fun. Dian asking about attenuation again. Are you the same? Oh no, you're a different person. Hi Dian. Which attenuator would you recommend for 30 watt amps? I think we answered that question earlier. Check out the replay. But long story short, Captor X.
Captor X is awesome, but limited in the amounts of attenuation options.
Yeah, aux.
Tone King, by the way.
The
Tone King is really, really good and less expensive than our favorite, which is the Power Station by
Fryet.
That's,
if you don't
that's
need
like the most expensive one.
Yeah. But there's a more detailed answer where Kris talked for a very long time at the beginning of that.
And I'm not saying that all the others are not good. They are great. There's the Koch. There's the Tube Amp Doctor. There are so many options, and most of them, honestly, are really, really good. Like, even the Harley Benton, the budget version is really good. It's just really good on different levels, if you know what I mean.
Absolutely.
But none of them is like, oh gosh, just don't get it.
Two more questions, and then we're going to have to wrap it up because I want to go home. I love you guys. I love you guys, but I got a life. I'm trying to have a life. The Guitar Bay. So grateful you're doing this. Lots of love. Thank you so much. First off, that's very kind of you, Guitar Bay. Your experience with the MIG tellies made in Japan, Telecasters of the nature. The JV modified hybrid models, they seem to be selling really well. What about playability, build quality, etc.? I really, really love everything made in Japan. Like everything that Fender has been putting out as made in Japan. As like honestly,
anything built in Japan.
Anything.
Full stop.
Yeah. Generally speaking, the level of quality, playability, QC on those guitars is really, really great. They do the oddballs, like it's usually not the traditional vintage spec, whatever. They always throw their own thing in there, even if it's just like finish, for example. They do really interesting stuff, and in terms of quality, not a bad thing to say about it, in my personal opinion.
Awesome. This has been the same forever. Like when they started building guitars in Japan, that's where Squires, like the original Squires, were built, and people quickly realized how great those are. So it didn't change at all. It's just that they make higher end models now. Well, compared to the current Squire model range, they make like Fenders now in Japan, and it's like on par with,
Yeah. Steve Cassidy, Gretsch guitars, are they real? They are. Do either of you own one? No, we don't. Yes or no? Yes. The ones I've played are really cool. I would say the Gretsch, and even more so if you can go up to like professional, like mid-range price. Nowadays it's called mid-range, but it's, some of those Gretsch like White, Penguin, notably phenomenal.
Yeah, they also have a really Japanese range of guitars, but
that's true.
They're gonna cost much more than the Fender made in Japan guitars.
Yeah,
those are ridiculous. Like they have that kind of Bigsby with the string through, like where you feed through the bowl end, through the rod or whatever, the pole, and they don't slip out. They have the more clever little things so that the guitar is more stable. They have really nice pickups and the QC is perfect, but they are really pricey. I would get one of those, like whichever model, honestly. I don't mind. Whichever, the biggest one, the smallest one, the semi-hollow, the full hollow, whatever. They're great. It's just a little too much money for me because I know I would not really play it that much because
Yeah,
I gravitate towards this shape anyhow.
They have the specific like aesthetics. They have their sound. Like they do the Filtertron
Oh man,
sound like
if you're
nobody
into
else in the business.
anything Logan or clean.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So
oh man.
Amanda, wow, made it for the last few minutes. Better late than never, Amanda. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Yes.
We appreciate it a lot. We have 2 minutes to wrap it up. Bruno, not sure. I'm going to assume you're French because I am. Good evening. For the apartment players, would you still recommend tube amps? Subscribe and check out the video that's coming out in next 2-3 weeks. I don't know.
Which one?
2 or 3 weeks. The small
the affordable tube amp
yeah,
thing.
affordable
Yeah.
tube amp at apartment levels. We shot that video. Everything you need to know about our opinion on that is going to be in there. So
Most of it, yeah.
Most of, hey, we oversell and we underdeliver. That's what we do. Okay.
True. Forgot. For
Information on Kris's record. Subscribe to his YouTube channel. Check him out on Instagram at Kris Barocci.
underscore in the middle.
Sorry.
But thanks.
My bad.
Thanks for that.
Free plug and something like. And check
the
him
same
out
thing
on
for him.
YouTube and Instagram, and he will update you on the album process. But it's ongoing. It's in good way. It's working out.
Almost done. And if you cannot find my profile, look for Guillaume Chenin.
That's true.
And ask him like, hey, I cannot find Kris. Where the hell's Kris?
I would honestly not be offended, but I would probably be a little just like, I'll send you a link. I'm not going to address the fact that you texted me just to have my, like, hey, sorry, my friend thinks your friend's pretty. All right, on these words, we're going to jam out. I'm going to turn all the reverb back on.
Do that, yeah. Do we want to do the C major thing we just did 2 hours ago?
Oh, was that C? Oh God, yeah, but and then
we can do one round where you try to, C, No, just stick to the same, All right. And on that terrible disappointment of outro jam, we'll see how that goes. We want to say goodbye. Thank you so much for joining us.
As always.
We really, really appreciate you being around.
As always.
For over an hour. You guys take it easy. Have an awesome week. And we'll see you in a video in, I guess, 2 days. And tomorrow's probably something. And,
as always.
You know how it is.
Yeah. We love you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
So do you want to start?
Let's do a round together. And then you kick off with solo or whatever.